Hi guys, welcome to the FPL committee. I'm Mark.
And I'm Clare.
And this week I'll be revealing my Gameweek 19 team for the double with a bench boost activated, and I'll be showing you how to maximise your points in the best way possible, I think. And at the end I'll be revealing a very special little cheeky differential that I think we can all follow, and it could be, yeah, exactly, very intriguing, and it could help boost you up those rankings and see those green arrows that we all want to see. Goalkeeper number 1 from last week, David De Gea of Manchester United,
Okay.
who I bought in last week because he played in the blank. Now he has a double.
Yeah, I think you have to be fair.
Now he has. The only issue with this is obviously one of his fixtures is Liverpool, but you know these things happen.
I think asking for 2 clean sheets is quite a lot though.
Yeah, but I think United's fixtures are good going forward, so that's my first one. Then we're going to jump in with my second, which is West Bromwich Albion's very own Sam Johnstone.
Yes, very good. I like that.
A high shot stopping goalkeeper. I won't necessarily keep that many clean sheets, but excellent at getting those, the save points, getting those up. Often gets 6 saves, I would say, especially in that West Brom team.
Loads, yeah.
And to be fair, the fixtures aren't terrible. Wolves away, and I think the other one was West Ham away, so not terrible. So hopefully get a couple of points there. I'm not expecting that many clean sheets, but hey, right. Then we move on to our defence. So my first defender I'll be going is of course our mate Cancelo.
Cancelo. Do you know, Cancelo missed out on a few points yesterday, to be honest, and I think he nearly scored, he nearly assisted, he plays everywhere, so yeah, I think that's a good shout.
He was excellent.
Games has he got?
He has 2. Well, he has Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the other one. But yeah, he has Villa's one of them, and I can't remember the other one. But he's always good for a clean sheet.
Is it Chelsea?
I mean,
oh no, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I think it is Palace and Villa. So to be fair, a good chance of clean sheets again. I think they kept 6 clean sheets in the last 8 now, City. So you have to have a City defender, which we never thought we would be saying that. But yeah, so Cancelo, we saw him play against in the last game, basically in midfield. Could have scored, should have scored, could have had an assist, but Mahrez can't finish. So yeah, that's my first one. Right, next defender, another Man City defender.
Let me guess. John Stones.
Yeah, Johnny Stones. Mate who now is excellent. Come out of the blue, but he's playing very good. Best football he's played for a good few years now, so he's back to his best. Diaz is definitely helping him. Another clean sheet, so yeah.
The double City is not actually as risky
goes without
now
saying
at all, really, compared to a few months ago. So
I am more than happy to double up on the City defence for the next good 4 or 5 weeks. They've got very good fixtures, so
yeah,
I'm not looking to change that for a while. Then we move on to same again from rolling over from my last team, Luke Shaw, who I must say was very stressful to watch that last game. Could have had a red card, could have had a goal, could have had an assist, should have had an assist, could have got a concussion. He was good. He was doing all sorts, so he really did stress me out. But yeah, Luke Shaw.
Yeah, it's a good one.
My man. The only issue with him, again, he is 1 yellow away from a suspension, so he may not play both games, and he does get rotated with Tellez, so we shall see. My next defender is Aston Villa, after the news that they will now play
Aston Villa?
Yeah, but the thing is, I wasn't sure if the Everton game would have been cancelled and then they would have only played 1 game. However, the Everton game has been cancelled, but they now have been replaced with the Newcastle game, so they will have a double now.
So
Target will play a double, however, one of those doubles is against City. First transfer, Holding, but I'll be looking to move him on now because he doesn't have a double now, so he'll be moved on, but I have a few options. So it's either, depending on price rises, etc., I'm 0.1 short of Chilwell, which is very annoying. So I can get potentially Zuma, or I'm looking at that West Ham defence, so Soufal maybe, or your mate Cresswell. So I'm just looking to get another defender from a different team, say West Ham or Chelsea. So
I think for Holding out is a good choice because we don't know if he's going to keep his place potentially. So good shout. And also if you're swapping him out for a double Gameweek player, yeah,
it's worth it, isn't it? So
yeah, definitely good choice.
My midfield, Bruno, even though he has blanked.
He's blanked twice in the whole FPL. I think he's a staple to have, because penalties, obviously.
Yeah.
And if they do keep a clean sheet, you will get an extra point. Which I know seems minimal, however, it all counts,
I do think, though, he is obviously, like you said, a staple, but he is becoming, if he blanks again, potentially we'll start thinking about moving him on, but as of yet, definitely not. So, next, your favourite?
Kevin.
Yeah.
See, I don't know about this one. This is causing me some uncertainty because he was knackered at the end of last night's game, which is why I did not take that penalty.
Yeah, that's
Sterling,
true.
You absolute mug.
Sterling screwed us there, yeah.
So, but yeah, I think he'll play at least one and a bit maybe. But maybe he won't play two, we don't know. But I think either way you still have to have him. Even
I
if
do
you just
think
won.
that he might not play both games. That's the only danger with him. But who else? Like maybe Foden, you said, but
yeah, see, Foden is always he's so good. Like he normally scores when he plays. He's like Lacazette. If he scores, he plays, but you don't know if he's going to start. But he's young. He could play too. So
he seems to be more of an integral part now of the team, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So moving on, my next midfielder, who I'm going to keep, is going to be Saka.
Ah, little Saka.
Who I think he's probably Arsenal's best player at the moment.
Yep.
And obviously, he seems to start every game now, which he wasn't before. He's playing a lot higher up the pitch. I think he's a good one to have. He only plays once though in this game week, but the fixture's not terrible. Newcastle, so I'm happy to keep him.
Things might still change, to be fair, because there's been a lot of changes recently in the games and fixtures, so you never know. But at least it's not blank, is it? Like Everton. So
yeah, so happy to keep Saka for now. And then next, well, this is the classic who we all love, Soucek.
Hey!
Finally got him in the team.
He can only score headers, but who cares?
But West Ham have a lovely double, and he has to be there. I think especially in a bench boost team. I mean, I know a lot of people use him on the bench.
Yeah, definitely.
But in a bench boost team, I think he's a no-brainer. He's so cheap. He gets headers. He
always surprises you. And he will score most likely at least once. So.
And he will play as well, which is important. He should play 90 minutes both games. Right, so we then move on to our strikers then. Because I'm going to leave the midfielder. I've got one more. The midfielder option, the last one, is the big differential that I'll reveal at the end. So for now, we will leave that and we'll move on to the strikers.
I wonder who that's going to be.
I think you probably can guess, I reckon. So our strikers, we're going to go with Kane. I'm going to keep Kane.
Yep.
Again, only a single double. Only a single match this week. But who's it against?
It is Sheffield.
Exactly.
And Sheffield, although they win?
They did. No, they won. Their first win.
Oh, yeah, because they beat... Who did they beat?
Newcastle.
Yeah, because there was all that big thing about Darlow in goal. No, was it Newcastle?
Yeah.
Okay, right, let me say that bit again. So, although Sheffield did win the other day, that's their first win of the whole season.
Yeah.
So, actually, yeah. Whereas Fernandes has only blanked once or twice all season, it's the complete opposite. So, I think you need to have Harry Kane.
Kane against Sheffield, I am happy to keep. Even in a single week, he could easily outscore a double game week player, for example, with that fixture. So happy to keep him.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a bit risky now. For our second striker, we have Mikel Antonio.
Ooh, Antonio.
Because he plays twice. Excellent fixtures. And also now they've sold Haller. He's the main man. He must be fit. They wouldn't have sold him. They haven't signed anyone else.
Yeah, so he played last game, didn't he? Although it wasn't all game. When was the last time they've even played?
No, he did play in the cup. He played 90 minutes the other day.
Oh, okay,
in the cup he did, yeah. But
so he must be fit. So that's
And I think that's a good differential in itself. Again, it's a slight risk, but at that price point, you're only really looking at Watkins with a double but one City. Maybe Bamford, who I would have definitely had Bamford, but now he only has the single game week. The single game, there's no point for me. I'd always back the double game weeks, the double players over the singles, apart from obviously Kane and Son maybe. But so Antonio for now is my player. But yeah, like I said, it was going to be, But right, sorry, that's bad. Anyway, so and my final player, my final striker is
Lacazette.
No. Callum Wilson.
Ooh, even though he blanks.
Who I will hold because this news obviously coming through today that now Newcastle also have a double game week. So
yeah, you have to. He'll
keeping
score
him
at least once. You know what I mean? He will.
My original plan was to sub Wilson for Bamford transfer because Bamford had a better double, but now Wilson, you've got to keep him. Got to keep him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he will score at least once. So, you know, it's a bonus, a double game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, good shout.
And then...
So who's this last geezer? Because I can't work it out.
Well, no, as you can see in my team, I've got... my last midfielder is Son. However, I'll be looking to move him on. Which is controversial. Controversial and risky with the fixture. But I think as long as I've got Kane, I've got something covered in that game. So
you're definitely going to swap Son out for someone who's got a double.
I am.
And who's got a double who's a bit risky? Someone for Chelsea? On
that similar price point. A player who I'm a fan of, as you know.
Is it Chelsea?
Who is it?
Is it Chelsea?
Don't know.
Is it Pewley?
And my differential is Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, hey!
And I honestly haven't told you that advice. So
we haven't seen him lately.
So yeah, Christian Pulisic is my wild card differential, whatever you want to call it, gamble, risk, punt.
That's one way to go.
And I just think I like to cover another team. I think you need to cover Chelsea in this double with at least one player. One player's fine.
One from each would be nice.
Yeah, and obviously I do like putting him in. I've been a fan of him. It's a shame that he's, struggled with injury. And I would have had him this year from the start if he wasn't injured. So for me, I think he can be very good. And he will come good at some point. It's just, it depends when. I think by doing this, I can get ahead of the curve potentially. But it is a risk. And that's why I will say it's a risk.
He shows promise, to be fair, whenever he plays. He's always in the box,
So then all in all, I've worked it out. My team, with the bench boost, I have 13 players who will play twice. And finally, we're going to discuss captains.
Like Kevin. It was that penalty last night.
It was those last 10 minutes that just worried me.
He had the hands on his knees,
Yeah, exactly.
His radar was getting redder and redder, and he was like, Pep, he was like, send me off.
Exactly.
But he wasn't. He was still on. He got tackled in the penalty area, and he looked like he'd gone to bed.
So, captaincy still, I think, out of all of them, is still for me, Kevin, is safe. I mean, the only other one, potentially, who I haven't got in my team, and who is the biggest player I haven't got is Salah, obviously.
But Salah hasn't been great of late.
No, we can't forget about Salah though. I don't think we can't forget about him. He's got Fulham and he's got United, but which are not.
When was the last time they played?
They're not great fixtures. Yeah, he has had a good rest as well, but
there's something risky about doing it for Salah, but not for Kevin, and I just don't know what that is.
I just think Salah's blanked 3 weeks running.
But they do both take penalties.
Yeah.
So, but then actually saying that. Sterling didn't.
Oh.
Well, Sterling took that penalty.
That was a joke.
But obviously, Kevin was, like we say, knackered, so he probably still would have scored it though. Idiot.
So for me, the captaincy choices are still Kevin, maybe Bruno again with a double. You can't overlook Bruno, can't overlook Salah, but I still think Kevin has the better fixtures, and you have to back him. We
love Kevin.
You just have to.
Kevin, if you're watching this, I love you.
Give us a shout out. And that rounds out my double game week team, which I think has a lot of potential. You're maximising your players, your bench, fixtures. I've gone for the good fixtures, etc. 13 players out of 15 doubling. You're hoping for 100 points there. You're hoping.
You should be getting 100.
And yeah, green arrows going forward.
Anyway, so thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that has helped, and I hope it's given you a few ideas.
Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this
That's
content.
That's it. And comment below on anything you think you would change from my team. And let's hope for a 100-point haul. #100-point haul.
# the road to 100.
Hey.